I finally cracked the code of how to create a cinematic look in less than 5 minutes. If you do a lot of client work or you do a lot of like social media videos, this video is for you. A few months back, I discovered this software. It's called Cinedream. Denver Riddle was the creator of this software, and it is just incredible. It have changed the way that I color my footage. Before I was using DaVinci Resolve, and to create a cinematic look, it did take me a few tries and a few hours. Each clip, every single time, especially when I was like matching clips, it did take me a little longer. But after I discovered Cinedream, it have changed my workflow completely. What it took me 2-3 hours to color, now it takes me less than 5 minutes sometimes. Today I am using DaVinci Resolve, but you can use Final Cut Pro or Premiere Pro, and it is super easy to use. You can go to their website, they have a demo so you can try it out for free. Or if you decide to buy it, you have a 30 days money back guarantee. They are not paying me for this video. I just love this software and I use it all the time. Let me show you how to use it. So now we are in DaVinci Resolve. So you don't have to create a node tree at all. You just have to add the effect. So the moment that you install Cinedream in your computer, automatically you will have it in DaVinci Resolve. So then you just add it to your node, open controls, and then it's open in Cinedream. It's an external software, but don't worry about it. I'll show you how to apply the effect in DaVinci Color page. So right here, we have the entire setup, right? So it's pretty straightforward. Right here, we have the scope, so you can activate and deactivate. Super handy. You have the waveform, the vector scope, the histogram. Right here you have the false color. You can see my skin tones are way off. And then right here I have the skin tone color indicator. This is a great tool to have. I have it in DaVinci Resolve as a DCTL, as a mononode. I did pay for it. Having it right here integrated, it really helps, especially if you do a lot of interviews or you deal with a lot of skin tones. Super handy to have. Right here you have all the tools, right? You have the basic color, you have like exposure, you have like contrast, you have temperature, and you have saturation. And it's super cool because if you pressure these tools right here, you just go up and you can control the exposure. Right here, the develop. This is the first step. Sorry, I just jump into it. Right here, you can choose the color profile of the camera that you're recording. This one is a red, so red log 3G10. And then that's it. You have already a cinematic look. You don't have to do much after this. And you have 4 different options, right? You have like 1, 2, 3, and 4. Let's do 2, and we already have an incredible scene. This red right here bothers me a little bit, but I did show it to my client like this, and then she loved it. She was like, let's just keep it like that. Of course, after I did some corrections on it, but she loved it like that. But yeah, like I said, you have 4 different options for your clients. But you can also like adjust right here in the develop window. You have the temperature, you have the tint, you have exposure, you have tone curve, you have film color, and then right here is when you can jump into the tools right here. Realistic, a little bit of contrast. You can use auto white balance. I personally wouldn't recommend it in any software. Never use auto white balance, but you can use it right here if you want. But let's just like a little bit of warm tone right here and a little bit of saturation. Right here you have the mask tools. You can use the color wheel, so you can add, let's just add a little bit more orange. You have the Lumacol right here, and you have the HSL lines right here that you can control and use. And every time you click in a tool, you'll have the keywords right here. This is an amazing. And then if you leave the cursor right here, you have like all the keywords. So after a little bit, you can get really fast at coloring. And right here in effects, we have some masks. We have like a vignette mask and we have a gradient mask. And then you can control it right here. You have the control. This is for the vignette and this is for the gradient. But also right here you have like all the controls, right? So you have like the basic, so you can control your exposure, you can control your highlights, you can control your midtones, your shadows, your contrast, your pivot, your temperature, your tint, the saturation, the highlights, the midtone, the shadows, and you can see your progress right here, right? You can compare, but also you can bypass it. So you can see the before and after of this. Then right here you have your advanced tools, right? So you can add like a little bit more orange into, let's actually add a little bit of green into the highlights. just to give it the pop. The midtones, you can add a little bit more orange to make like the skin a little orangey. Actually, let's add a little bit of blue so we have good contrast. And then the shadows, let's just add more blue into the shadows. Then right here you have RGB curves. You can add more light, make it a little like more moody. Let's add more light in the midtones, and then less light in the highlights. And you have like your HSL. Let's control this like orange in the skin. Lower the saturation a little bit, darken the red a little more. And right here you have this like really bad yellow that will fix it a little bit. Let's create the vignette. And the eye right here. Just make the mask smaller. There you go. And you can control the exposure right here too. You don't have to go all the way. And then with the keywords, you can also control like the colors in there. Let's just add it right here, a little bit orange, a little more saturation, and a little more light. But yeah, I'm just doing this guys just to show you what you can do with all the tools. I don't normally will do this, but I just want to show you all the tools so you are like familiar with this software. So then in the final grading, you have another option. So you can use the mask as well and completely new mask. So you have the option to use 4 masks. And then you have right here the look. So you can add lots to it if you like to. I personally I do not add lots, never. I always create from scratch. And then right here in film density, you can control the high roll off, the favor, the global density, the bloom. Everyone wants to add bloom. I think they use a mist filter for this, but having the extra bloom on it is never too much. I guess I personally love it a lot. And then also we have halation right here. I can never pronounce that word. Anyway, so you can control it right here with the rich, and then of course your green. They just like get a little crazy with the green to have a specific look. And normally I will like fix the color right here of the arm, do other fixes like extra photo light right here. That pretty much is just a reflection of the light in the lens. It looks really cool, and then when it moves, actually it looks really really nice. But for now, let's just keep it like that so you can see the difference how it looks in DaVinci. So then you do apply, got it. Then you go back to DaVinci, and then nothing happened. You just press apply, and then that's it. You have your entire look. And if you want to do like extra adjustments, like you can just add a few more notes, or you can always go back to Cinedream. The look will be the same still, and then you can fix it. This time it took us like more than 5 minutes, right? Because I am showing you everything that you can do in this software. But if you want to do it super quick, right? Like let's just go back to it and restart everything. So the not great, then add Cinedream, open controls, and then you start from scratch again. You go to the base correction, transform lot right here. Go to the final grading. Let's actually do number 2. Final grading. Let's add some bloom, halation, um, some grain. Let's lower the bloom a little bit. Let's add a little bit more saturation, or a little bit more light right here. Probably we can add like a gradient mask just to have a little bit more light here. And you press apply. Correct. Go back to DaVinci Resolve, apply, and that's it. Less than 5 minutes. Literally, this software is just incredible. Because if no, I would have to build my entire notary, create the film look, right? Do my SSTs, I add DCTL, so it takes way longer. Yeah, guys, if you like this software, give it a try. Like I said, they have like a demo that you can try it out. They also have the 30-day money back guarantee. Like I said before, it's no sponsor, but it's one of my favorite tools to color. So hopefully you give it a try. I'll leave you the link in the description and see you in the next one.